Did minimalism change my life? Short answer, yes. Long answer, yes and no. What's up guys, it's Jera here, and I figured since we're stuck in LA traffic, we're on the 405, Friday evening, rush hour traffic, electively. I don't have to be here, I just am choosing to. But we do a little vloggy, talky, trafficy vlog. That's a thing, yeah. So a lot of you, because you have subscribed later, don't really know that when I started really focusing on my YouTube, I was putting out minimalism videos and changing my life. And when I started really focusing on YouTube, it was because I was unemployed. I was an actor, so I was home all the time, like except for auditions, but you know what I mean? Like you have to be completely available to be an actor. It's the most ridiculous thing. You need money to survive, but you have to be completely open and able to show up to any audition that you get. It's the most ridiculous system. But anyways, during that time, and then I also, so I was unemployed, I was on food stamps, bankrupt, you know, broke as a joke. Nothing was going right, you know? Then I had some major things happen. After I went bankrupt, life changed. I got really focused on minimalism because I thought that was my answer. So that's what this kind of video is going to be, is like, did minimalism change my life? Short answer, yes. Long answer, yes and no. So long answer is, after I started to focus on minimalism, I was like, okay, I'm gonna get rid of all this stuff. I started selling my things, and it took time. And like I said, I was broke. I did end up, Brandon, because we were so broke, Brandon learned how to travel hack and get credit card sign-up bonuses so we could travel around the world for free. We got to go to Japan for free, and that just opened up my world, and I was like, that's it, like I'm going to be a minimalist, like I'm missing out on life by not being able to go and travel and do things and experience what the world has to offer. There's so much out there, and I have barely seen any of it, and I've barely lived. I had barely done anything. I'm not gonna let my circumstance of not being brought up with money, or not really being taught how to make money, not being, you know, I'm not gonna be a victim of this situation. Like, that's it, I'm done with it. Not that I hadn't already had that, but like I got super serious about it and was like, I don't want my stuff, I want freedom. And so then I started whittling down my stuff, and you can go back and check 3 or 4 years, I think now it's 4 years ago, the minimalism videos, and you could see how much more stuff I had. And I got rid of stuff, and then still was like, oof, man, like acting is really taking its toll. But then I booked 2 national commercials back to back after that time period when you go bankrupt, like you can't make a certain amount of money or you will have to pay it back. Somehow, after that window closed, then all of a sudden I booked 2 national commercials back to back. The one commercial, I made $25,000 for 2 days worth of work based on airings of how much it aired. I was in a Toyota commercial and a Verizon commercial. I got cut out of the Verizon commercial. I would have had a lot more money. But then I went on to having tons of auditions, tons of callbacks, tons of being on avail, which means like they want you for the commercial, but you're still not officially the person they're getting. So you might be like a second choice, or they're just holding you to make sure you're available, and then not getting anything the whole next year. So that $25,000 I made in 2 days had to survive me for 2 years to live on, because nothing else came in. So I was selling my stuff, getting rid of my stuff, saving my money, not buying things, and learning how to stop just impulse buying, which it's so easy now because things are so cheap. Impulse buying is just built into all of us. It is, you see the coolest, craziest, weirdest, wackiest stuff on the internet, at the stores now. It is so easy to get lost in all that. So freaking easy. That's why I was like, no, I'm gonna be a rebel and not buy stuff. Like, so I did. It took years for me to get better at that impulse buying, and even once in a while I will still buy stuff via impulse and regret it. Although I make sure most of the things that I buy I can absolutely return. So I buy a lot of stuff that I return. That I'm like, yeah, no, I don't really need this. I thought I did, I didn't, no. Return it. Unless I know for certain that like I want it or I've thought about it and it's a very conscious decision. Anyways, so in that time, Brandon and I were also trying to figure out, like, we were like, we have to make a business. Brandon quit Nickelodeon. We were like in trouble. Brandon wasn't gonna have his income coming in, but it was also like he had gotten a major pay cut because he was the red robot on Sam and Cat with, you know, he used to work with Ariana Grande. I know. Before anybody knew who Ariana Grande was. So he was on that show. Then he got cut from that, and then I was just like, no, like, we are worth more, you're worth more, we have to make something else. Like, this is the time. If it doesn't happen now, it's never gonna happen. Although that's not the best thinking, but like, I was determined that we were going to make it happen. And I knew YouTube was the way. Albeit, it did not end up turning out to be my YouTube channel. It ended up being Brandon's YouTube channel, and that is which we have grown 2 companies of that. We went from having no money, being on food stamps, being broke, everything, jobless, unemployed, unemployment, to then later, I think we have 8 employees now, 2 companies, and more things are coming. And it's just the beginning. It's just the beginning. So did minimalism change my life? Yes, getting rid of this stuff did help, and it helped clear everything, and it helped focus. I had a lot more time, spent less time cleaning, I spent less time shopping, I spent less time focusing on little problems in the house that weren't really problems, they were distractions from pushing forward my life. And even since then, I've traveled, I did a trip around the world, I've been to multiple countries, and I've done so much stuff since. Everything changed becoming a minimalist. I can't recommend it more because you get so much more out of life. Although, there is still an aspect of it. You will work on so many of your emotional issues during the process, and that is what holds people up in getting rid of their stuff. It's their emotional issues. And when people ask me for help to get rid of their stuff, there's only so much I can do, because ultimately it's you working on the fact that you're okay to get rid of the stuff. It's easy. I can go to multiple people's houses that have stuff and they've asked me to help them. I go there and I'm like, we could throw all of this out and we could sell all this stuff. Like, and you will have thousands of dollars if you sell all this stuff. Like, you got money issues, there's thousands of dollars sitting in your house. I could change things for you in a second, but it doesn't matter. It's not gonna work. You have to do it. You have to be ready. You have to be emotionally ready to cope with the situation that's gonna happen after we sell that thing, of the feelings of loss, or the feelings of, now I don't have that memory, or the feelings of whatever you think that it is. I can't fix that. That's a you thing. And that's something else that came out of my stuff is, yes, I have a ton of time. Like right now I'm going to do something super crazy because I got time to, and I don't have to do anything else. I could do some work, but you know, when I go home, I'll work anyways. I work all the time. But what minimalism didn't bring me was more friends. It didn't bring me, I guess it brought me more friends around the world, but I still don't have friends really. Like, I'm going to go do this thing alone because I was thought, and I was like, there's nobody I can ask to go do this. Nobody has got 5 hours to go and do what I'm going to go do. It didn't fix any of my depression. That still stayed, and that's something that I still have to work on. But now I have time and energy, and I have a focus in being able to figure out the roots, the causes, and trying to rewire my brain. So as awesome as minimalism is, it's not the go-to everything answer. Nothing is. Nothing is going to be that. Money isn't going to be that. You hit a certain point, they say once you hit $100,000, there's nothing more, no more happiness money can buy you. Yes, it'll help for a bit, but it ultimately it don't, and I can tell you it doesn't. It's crazy. You're like, when you don't have money, there's no other way you could possibly see that life couldn't be better with money. Like, or without. Like, it has to be better. And in some ways, yes, and in some ways, no. So if you wanna clean up your life and everything, I can't recommend minimalism more. Feel free to go through my minimalist lifestyle playlist. There's well over 100 videos on minimalism I've made there. And I have a book, 100 Things to Get Rid of. I'll put the link for that down below. Just don't forget that in life, you gotta keep working on in here. As simple as it seems, all these minimalism YouTube channels and everything telling you that if you get rid of all your stuff, you will be a happier person, you'll be healthier, la 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 la. It's not entirely true. Okay, they're lying to you. Everybody is always lying. Does it help to an extent? Yes. Entirely? No. If you have issues, you're going to have to work on them. And that's just the truth, that's just the fact. No amount of minimalism videos can fix that for you. I guess this is a mental health video. No one thing can help you. You've got to work on multiple aspects of yourself, of your life. Getting rid of your stuff is one way to control your situation. However, you gotta work on your love for you in here. That will change a lot of things. So in one regards, yes, I can give minimalism the ding that yes, it did change my life. But in another respect, no, I changed my life. Minimalism didn't do anything. I decided to part with my stuff. I decided to change things. I decided to live differently. It was me. I changed me. This thing didn't do it. I did. And I guess that's something you should always remember, is that you're the one with the power, not other things. We like to ascribe power to other things, but it's not about the other things. It's about us. And the more you believe that you have that kind of control and you have that ability, the more things you can make happen for yourself, the more ways you can grow and change and make things, the unbelievable, happen in your life. Trust me. If you had told me where I'd be at just when I went bankrupt in a few years later, I never, ever, ever would have seen how I would have gotten there. You know? So I guess, I don't know, I just wanted to share that. It was on my brain and I was thinking about it, and so I wanted to talk about it, so we did. I don't know. I know this video isn't funny or whatever, but I just wanted to share. Sharing time. And now it seems like there's less traffic and we're close to our destination, so I think I'm gonna go. I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, put a thumbs up and put some comments in the comment section below. Are you trying minimalism? Are you doing it? Have you never heard of it? Watch my videos. Yeah, I hope this video was kind of inspiring too, to show you that you can change your life. You just have to make a choice to. It's possible. You can go from nothing to something. You definitely can. And it doesn't matter how you were brought up or whatever. You can change things. You can make a difference in your own life if you want to.
In 2 miles, take exit 43B for Rosecrans Avenue West toward Manhattan Beach.
Thank you. I'm shooting a vlog. So, yeah. You can change anything. You can change your world. You can change your life. You can change your financial situation. You just gotta believe you can, and you gotta work on it, and you gotta do it, okay? Alright guys, don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Twitter at JeraSky. I'm Jera, sky's the limit, woo! As easy as it change your financial, you can change your financial situation.